What's up everyone, welcome to Shop My Stash number 3. In this video we're going to talk about products I previously had in my everyday makeup drawer and then go through my makeup collection and pick out products that I'm going to be using for maybe 3 to 4 weeks. As you can see, I'm ready. I have some of my fall decor up already, so let's jump right in. I'll probably end up picking up some nice fallish products. Now, I do want to apologize for the background noise. I think someone's watching TV, so let's get started. Let's start talking about primer. So I'm still using this Becca Love primer. I know you're probably like, girl, enough. You had this in your everyday makeup drawer forever. I know, but I still have like a little bit more left. I'm going to use it up this month and just be done with it. Now I'm still using this every now and then. I do think it's okay. I do get oily still using this. This is the first Aid Beauty Matte Primer, but I'm still going to keep it in my everyday makeup drawer. So I'm going to go ahead and use these for October as well. This Hourglass foundation, I've really been liking this for like a medium coverage. Also, it looks nice under the eyes, so I'm gonna keep this one in. Actually, it's getting older and I do want to use this up. I have it in the shade Golden. This is the Hourglass foundation stick. The next foundation is the NARS Sheer Glow. I think it gives a nice coverage. It also feels good on the skin, doesn't feel heavy. I do like the shades. I picked out medium 3.3, so I think I'm gonna go ahead and put this one back. I end up using, I didn't actually use this that often, so I'm going to keep this in. This is the Laura Mercier's Secret Brightening Powder, but the Hourglass powder I use often. I really do like this setting powder. I like Laura Mercier more, but this comes second. So I do enjoy this powder, how it makes my skin look, especially with the Hourglass foundation. For concealer, use the Dior Skin Corrector. I like this, but I am going to keep it in because I need to use it up. It gives you nice coverage, you know, it doesn't feel like heavy. And I do like the coverage on this Oma Beauty concealer that I use. It's nice coverage. It doesn't give you that cakey look, you know, but I think I'm going to put this one back and pull out a different concealer. All right, now for setting spray, Becca Skin Love Glow Shield Prime and Set. Really like this. I really like this. It definitely does make your skin look luminous. I'm gonna go ahead and put this back. Primer, I wanted to focus on this primer, this eyeshadow primer by NARS, and I did a really bad job, so I'm gonna keep this in for October. I think I might have used this once. Keeping in my Tom Ford liquid liner because I'm running low on this and just want to use it up already. I'm keeping in this Lancome primer. Really like it. It's one of my favorites, and this is one I'm just going to be focusing on. It's a lash primer. Also keeping in my Benefit Roller Lash, and I'm going to continue using this Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Wiz. Have this in, I think this is in dark brown, and I'm going to keep in the Anastasia Brow Gel. Keeping in my Wayne Goss liner. This is in shade Rich Hazel. Keeping in the Anastasia Brow Pencil Base 2. This also I'm going to keep in because it's older. It's a liquid liner, Scandal Eyes by Rimmel. I really do like this liquid liner, so I'm going to keep that in so I can use it up. It's getting older, these two liquid liners. Yeah, so let's jump into powders. Now, I've been using the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Finish number 2. I like to go in lightly with this powder and set my under eyes. I think I'm going to go ahead and put this back. Let's see. Finishing powder by Chantecaille. I'm going to go ahead and put this back. I don't even think I pulled this in my last Shop My Stash. I just snuck it back in here, so you caught me. So I'm going to put this back. Another product I snuck in here was the Hourglass face palette. I just couldn't resist. This is an older one. This is the Lighting Edit Unlocked. So I snuck this in, but I'm going to go ahead and put this back and pull out another Hourglass palette. This liquid highlighter by Dior, I need to keep it in here because it's getting older and I need to use it up. I didn't do good in September with using this product, so I'm going to try my best in October to use it. My Hourglass Scattered Light Glitter Eyeshadow. I used this a couple times, but I think I want to switch out the shade, or maybe just use a different single shadow. My Chanel Dual Bronze. Here it is. As you can see, I really did use this quite often, and I would mix it with other products too, so I like this a lot. Nice blendable product. It doesn't sit on top of your skin. I think this is a baked jelly formula, so I really enjoyed this. A blush by Clinique, Topaz Pop. Really like this. Really nice formula, blendable, kind of luminous, but I really enjoyed this. Let's talk face palettes. This is a Pat McGrath Divine Blush and Glow palette that I was using. Really like this, like the highlighter, the blushes in here. Looks beautiful on the skin. Scott Barnes bronzer. This is his bronzer palette. It might not look like it because I went in lightly, but I use this a lot. I even would mix it with the Chanel Dual, and I really like this face palette, this bronzer palette. Pat McGrath Mothership Mega Celestial Divinity. I think this is her first holiday release. I really like this palette. I use a lot of the golds in here, some of the like purpley shades, so I'm gonna put this back. The Divine Rose palette. It was really easy to create a look with this palette and kind of fast actually, so I really enjoyed it. The Sweet Peach palette by Too Faced. I really enjoy this color story. It was really easy for me to create looks fast and easy, so yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and put this one back as well, but I enjoy using this. The lippies. Now, I'm gonna go ahead and keep this Pat McGrath. This is the shade 1995. I'm gonna keep this in here because I didn't really get a chance to use this that often. The MAC Love Me lipstick in Daddy's Girl. I really enjoy using this. I like the formula, really nice and creamy. This shade I love. This one is by MAC, the Retro Matte in Bronx. This was probably like my go-to shade. It's that. I use this a lot. I already have the primer I'm going to use, so I'm going to need a foundation and powder. So I'm going to pull, because I already have the Hourglass, but I want to pull another one. So I want to pull this one from Beauty Blender. I haven't used this in a while. So this is their Bounce Foundation. This is the shade 3.35W. So I'm going to use this. Powder, I want to pull, I haven't used Marc Jacobs in forever. Maybe there's Marc Jacobs and I'm thinking the Sephora powder, and this is the shade medium, so I'm going to go ahead and use this as well. Concealer, I want to pull this Clinique one. This is the Even Better All Over Concealer, and what shade is this? This is shade WN12. So I'm going to go ahead and pull this Clinique concealer. And I do remember saying I wanted to use another single shadow. So I'm going to pull this from Chanel. This is, I think this is New Moon. So I'm going to pull this shade out, New Moon. All right, now for blush, bronzer, and highlighter. Let's see. I'm definitely want to pick out two like luminous bronzers. I think I'm gonna go ahead and pull. I think I said I wanted to pull. Yeah, I think I wanted to pull this glowish bronzer. So this is the Huda Beauty Glowish bronzer in the shade Deep Tan. So I'm gonna go ahead and use this, and I think one more. I kind of want to use a Sweet Tea bronzer, but I feel like I need to wait a minute. Was it this one? Yeah, I think I'm gonna go ahead and use this Chanel bronzer. This is the Le Beiges in Deep. I think this is more, yeah, this is a Healthy Glow Luminous bronzer by Chanel. I'm gonna give it a swatch. I haven't used this in a while. It's that one. You could tell it's pretty luminous. The Glowish bronzer, I'm gonna go ahead and swatch it. All right, let's do highlighter. What highlighter do I want to use? Thinking for a highlighter. Did I use this? I feel like I haven't. I feel like I used this not too long ago, the Laura Mercier. I do, you know what? I'm gonna use this Becca one. I haven't used the Becca highlighter in forever. This is Opal. I got this from TJ Maxx. That's Opal, really pretty. Use this. Now for blush. What blush did I want to use? I think, is there a blush I want? Oh yes, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and pull out a Chanel blush. I heard this shade, Golden Sun, is pretty similar to one of those newer blushes by Gucci. I think it was Rosy Tan. I think it was Rosy Beige. Here it is. I could be completely wrong. There's that one. This is Golden. That's Barley. This is Golden Sun by Chanel. It's that one. So I want to pull out two face palettes. You know what? I think I want to pull out an Hourglass palette with like a bronzer, blush, and highlighter. I think I want to pull out, is this Sculpt? Yeah, this is, wait, Sculpture. It's been a while. That's the top row right here. That's the bottom row. The bottom row is the Sculpture palette. All right, so it's a little bit darker over here. I think I'm gonna go ahead and pull out this. This is the Kevin Equine face palette. So I'm gonna go ahead and use this. So here is my bucket of palettes. I'm gonna put this to the side because I don't think I wanna, do I wanna use this? Let me see. No, I'm not gonna use this. Maybe next month I'll use this. So I know for sure I'm gonna use this Norvina palette, ABH Norvina. So I'm gonna pull this. I want to use Darth Vader. I'm gonna use this Darth Vader palette. I'm excited to use this. I haven't used it yet. What else? Darth Vader. Oh. Extra Spicy. Gingerbread Extra Spicy by Too Faced. I'm gonna pull this. Duh. Pumpkin Spice palette. What am I thinking? We're gonna pull this Too Faced Pumpkin Spice palette. As for lipsticks, I'm definitely going to pick out Rebel by MAC. Whirl. I already have the Pat McGrath one already. I think I'm gonna pull another one. I'm gonna pull another Pat McGrath. Make Manami. This is in 200, so I'm gonna pull another one. And let's pull this liquid lipstick. I tried it once. It's by Sigma. It's in suede. I forgot to show you what I'm gonna be pulling for a setting spray. I'm gonna go with the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Setting Spray. All right, so I'm going to give you some swatches. So here's the Kevin Kwan face palette that I pulled. Here's the inside. So I have sculpting powders in here. I'm going to give you a quick. This is like a blush bronzer situation. These are the sculpting powders, and this is the blush. And these are the highlighters. I'm going to be using this palette, this face palette. Now for eyeshadows. Now some of the eyeshadows are large, so I'm going to have to store them in a different way. Maybe put them under my desk. This is the Star Wars ColourPop Darth Vader palette. Look at these red tones. I'm going to give you a few swatches here. So pretty. I cannot wait to use this palette. I really like the color story. This is Gingerbread Extra Spicy by Too Faced. The swatch. Plenty of Dough, Basil, and Hot Tamale. Here's some swatches for the Extra Spicy palette. Pumpkin Spice palette. I really like this palette. This is actually a good, like, all year round palette. Fall vibes. Let's see. Crisp. It was this shade that I like a lot. It's warm and cozy. There's some swatches for Pumpkin Spice. Let's swatch some Ginger Spice. Wow, that's pretty, that Ginger Spice shade. This is the ABH Norvina palette. This is volume 3. I'm gonna go ahead and swatch this one, this shade right here, this shade right here, this one. So this is the Norvina palette. I think I swatched this twice. Maybe swatch a different one. Swatch this green. So that's the Norvina palette, volume 3. I decided to pull this Jeffree Star palette that I have. It's Bloodlust. It's a huge palette. So I think I'm going to have to store it underneath my desk as well. So here it is. That Jewel. I think this is a different formula. This shade right here. This one right here. Then I'm going to go ahead and swatch this shade right here. All right. My arm is a hot mess, so I'm going to swatch right here. So those are the shades. Here is the Single New Moon by Chanel. Forgot to show you swatches of this. I definitely need to use this because it's an older product, but it's really nice and sparkly. The last thing I'm going to swatch are lipsticks. So I'm going to swatch the Pat McGrath lipstick. I'm going to swatch right here. There's that. I wonder if this is close to Rebel. Probably not. I think the Rebel, yeah, it's not close to Rebel. That's Rebel by MAC. Whirl by MAC. This is the liquid lipstick by Sigma and Suede. I decided to pull this liquid lipstick from Sephora. This is in the shade 99. I believe this is 99, right? Yeah, I think this is 99. It's a little bit more deeper. All right, guys, that completes this Shop My Stash number 3. If you're not subscribed, go ahead and hit the subscribe button, like and comment, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.